And when Esther hears about Mordecai, he's screaming, he's crying, he's wailing. She sends word to him, put some clothes on, something like that. And this is what Esther says back to him. Mordecai sends this back to her. Do not think that because you are in the king's house, you alone of all the Jews will escape. For if you remain silent at this time, relief and deliverance for the Jews will arise from another place. But you and your father's family will perish. And who knows, Esther, but that you have come to your royal position for such a time as this. I believe that is a now word to the church. The church is Esther. Israel is Mordecai. We are under attack. God is calling the church to lift up their voice in prayer, in intercession to the king, because the king has power. Haman is a picture of the Antichrist. Haman is a picture of Iran, Hamas, Hezbollah. But the king is a picture of God. He's the one with the actual power. So we cry out to God for mercy. Right here in Europe, there's something every year called Eurovision. And it's horrible. I just want to be clear. It is horrible. It's a very LGBTQ friendly music competition. It's one of the most bizarre things I've ever seen, but it is huge here in Europe. Now, this year was very interesting because there were many nations that wanted Israel to be kicked out. And tiny Israel, we've won it. I think we've won it 3 times. And the way you win is people at home vote, and there are judges who vote. So the judges' vote is 50%, and then the people around the world or around Europe, their vote is 50%, which isn't really fair because, as we know, the professional judges tend to be biased, certainly against Israel during this time. And so we had this beautiful song. It was originally called October Rain. We had to change the name to Hurricane because it was too much resembling what Hamas did to us in October. And it's a powerful song. You can Google Hurricane Eden Golan, who sings it. Someone actually did another version that is AI generated that will break your heart. It's just so powerful. But she is an unbelievable singer. We have a competition in Israel that decides who's going to go to Eurovision. The first time I heard her sing, I said to my wife, she's going to win. And she did win. And she went to Eurovision, and amidst the boos because all of the left-wing crazy people. But what is with the LGBTQ crowd defending Hamas? Do you think they have LGBTQ rights in Gaza? I get news for you: 0. They have none. Do you think women have rights in Gaza? They do not. Do you think if a man beats his wife in Gaza, he's going to be arrested? He will not. Do you understand what I'm saying? Everything you stand for in terms of equality does not exist in Gaza. Oh, that's just because of what Israel does. So, you keep feeding yourself that lie, but it's not true. It is because of radical Islam. It is the culture all throughout the Middle East. Countries far away from Israel have the same type of culture. Eden Golan performs. People are booing in the crowd, and others are cheering in the crowd, but you don't hear that during any other song. And even in the warm-up, the rehearsal, I don't know how she did it, because they're just overwhelming people booing her while she's rehearsing. They tally up all the votes from all over the world, and she comes in of over, I think, 20 nations that made it to the final. Was it 20 or 30 nations? I can't remember. Israel, Eden Golan, horrible Israel that just wants to, brutalize and murder people, comes in second place. Can you believe that? I mean, that shows us that the mob is not the majority. And of course, the judges, that we ended up the judges voting, I think it was like we came in 15th place because they are biased against Israel. But if you looked at it unbiasedly, her song was beautiful and powerful and brings tears to your eyes. Where will you stand? Will you be an Esther, or are you going to be silent in Israel's hour of need?